All right. We are live. We are. Oh,
You know what I'm gonna have to start doing when we do this? I'm gonna go outside and be by my bricks like Jay, Jay every day. Cause I just ran in here. Cause I just what it's a crazy one today. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. Look, I got a report. I had the barbecue early. I just got the barbecue. I really ain't even finished. Running home, trying to get here to do this. Then after this, I gotta go do a motherfucking fantasy draft because you know I'm in a fantasy league too. So
right.
it's been crazy, man. My weeks, the last the last month of August, the whole month of August and like the ending of July, been crazy. Just got back in the country. Huh?
Any signs of slowing down?
Nah, it ain't gonna slow down. Nah, I'm a family man. Ain't no time just slowing down. It's gonna be something else as soon as that comes.
As soon as you try to chill, something else.
Yeah, because I go to I'm going out of town. We going to we doing the what you call it with the fellas. Then my brother's birthday coming up at the end of this, so it's gonna be another crazy weekend or crazy week because I'm going to Atlanta. Like it is what it is.
We're
I
doing a lot
rather
of
have.
traveling lately, right?
Oh, it's gonna get even crazier from the years to come. I'm not for the. I'm gonna be like Jay every day. I'm gonna be gone on some grown man shit, like some. Pew.
Ain't wasting no time.
Cause when you when I had that birthday, bro, and I remember I was talking to y'all about like you got to go to another level. That's my whole the dig for like the first quarter of my 40s or the first 5 years of my 40s. Get into another level, and then I'm gonna coast after that and like just enjoy it. But it's the fact of I've already lived like this, but now I'm really implementing it. Like I don't want to be around nobody who I don't care about, who I don't love, who I don't want to hang with. That's what friends, family, whatever. If I don't really love you like that, if I don't really feel comfortable with you like that, if I don't, no, I'm not gonna be around you. No point in time. And I might even the ones that I do love and all that, I might can't hang around you as much as I want to because you know we got a lot of stuff going on. We are people always got stuff going on. Life is life.
Right.
So I know I'm going on rambling. That's just always in my head. But how you been doing, brother? What's going on with you? How was your birthday, man? Happy belated, brother. How was your birthday?
Well, let's go ahead and get into the show. Welcome to another episode of your favorite after church podcast, the No Q Podcast. I am your man Spaces,
Hey, I go by your boy Ma.
and Jay Day couldn't be here. He out making grown man moves.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. He beat me to the punch. Cause I was gonna
Yeah,
hit you with it. I was gonna hit you with it because I knew one of us got it. We it's three of us. Two of
yeah.
us at least got to be here.
I mean, if you're busy, you're busy.
That's understandable, but still, I still have an obligation to this pod that I have to fulfill too. So it's like, long as two of us there, it's cool or whatnot. But you know, it's just like he got, you know, we got kids' birthdays, he got events and stuff, and all that stuff coming up and all that. So it kind of is what it is, man.
I appreciate it, man. I love talking with you guys. So it would suck if y'all can't make it, but
Yeah, but I know it's gonna be lit when all three of us, because all three of us ain't been on the pod in a minute.
yeah, with this at least what week 2?
Nah, this going on like 3.
Because
Was I here
you
before?
was going last week. He's going this week, and I think the week before that.
I was gone, wasn't I?
I don't know. I don't remember at this. I can't think back that far.
Yeah, it's blur. I ain't gonna lie, so blur. It's just so much happening in the world. You know, we just try to come and give y'all some quick content real quick. You know, we're gonna try to do our best. I might hit spaces with a message on the thing like rap. But I'm trying. I'm doing my best.
Well, we got some stuff to talk about, man. Yo, be humble. What's good, my guy?
Be humble. What's happening?
Might need you as a backup, man.
I was just showing to tell her, hey, hit Be Humble. See if he can just do the show with you today.
Hey, man.
But no, though, how are you gonna try to skip the question? How was your birthday, man? You just turned another year around this big, beautiful sun, that big, beautiful earth and sun that God has gave us. How was your birthday, my brother?
It was great, man. It was great. I did some stuff. I had some last minute plans. I didn't really have anything that I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this for my birthday. It was just some
Mm-hmm.
things that kind of fell in place. Let's say it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So Sunday, uh, went to a distillery. Checked out a distillery as a wine to not a wine. It was a tour of the distillery. They showed us how they did their processing and machines and all that stuff, and got a tasting at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was on the north side. It's the Koval, Koval.
Okay.
Yeah, that was dope. And then it was a taco spot. The good thing about that place actually is they allow you to bring outside food in,
Okay.
which is fire. Like people bringing in pizza, people bringing in like tacos and stuff. They had an outside that I would have been dope to check out. I
Mm-hmm.
gotta go back and check it out. But after that, went to this taco spot that was right next to it. It was cool. It was.
Mm-hmm.
They had this. You know how you get like chips and dip, right?
Yeah.
So people get chips and dip, and instead of them serving chips, they served whole tortillas.
Whole tortillas.
Yeah, like the actual shell. Like if you were, well, it's fried, so like if you bend it, it'll crack and all that. But it was a whole, instead of individual chips, it was a whole tortilla, whole
Okay.
fried tortilla. I'm like, how do y'all expect you? I mean, what you? I guess you want them to break it like it's communion. So, that was Sunday. Then Monday, two things. Went to this thing. I think there's on the north side as well. It was a place kind of like the candle thing that I did a while back,
Okay.
but this was for actual scents, like scents that you can put on your body. So ended up mixing. They had like a, I don't even know what to call it, but it was like a board. It was like 5 rows with like 10 different scents on them, and you sniff through them and see which ones you like, and you can mix how many ever you want together. I mixed five and made a beard oil,
Okay.
which that was fire. But you can mix it and make it into lotion. You can mix it and make it into I was gonna say body soap, yeah, body soap, hand
Mm-hmm.
soap, car scent, whatever you want. It was fired at that place. But then there's this thing called the Great Big Game Show in the
Okay.
Oak Brook Mall.
We no, you remember we put in the group chat we were supposed to do that.
Bro,
It's fire.
that is fire, bro.
We gotta get we'll talk off air. You already know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, bro, that was fire. It was fire. I would definitely do it
Ooh,
again.
gotta be a good chance for what you call it too.
Yeah, yeah. So that was fire. Yeah, and I was on vacation this week. So after that, probably went a couple more places throughout the week, and I've been chilling. But you went on vacation last week or something. Yeah, last week you went somewhere. How was that?
Yeah, it was dope, man. It was really good. It was really good. I was in Jamaica. I if anybody know me, I recently just got married maybe 2-3 years ago. I've been my lady for a long time, but I made a pact with my lady, like, because I don't think couples. I know couples travel, but I don't think couples probably travel enough together. Maybe I'm just late to the party, but I think a lot of people probably travel. But I told mine every year of our wedding anniversary, we're gonna be out of the country, or we're gonna go do something, or we're going to go out of the country or do something like we're supposed to be doing, like use these passports. You feel me? So every year of our anniversary, I want to be in a different resort, different country, just to see some different things with my lady and with my wife. So we went back to Jamaica for the second time. It was pretty dope, pretty cool. Can't deny it was just nice, man. We came back darker. I'm already black. I came back blacker. Sun was good, pool was good, vibes was cool. We got all the adults only thing. Everybody vibing. Ain't nobody on no bull stuff or nothing like that. So it was just dope, man. I can't deny it. It was just dope. It was just really, really dope vibes. And
So
if you ain't,
resort?
if you ain't never been to a resort or adults only resort, go with somebody who you really enjoy the company with. But it's really fun because you have no kids to worry about. Everybody's mostly on chill mode, just drinking. That's it. Just drinking and having fun. Ain't nobody on no trying to fight. Ain't nobody on no drama. Everybody's saying excuse me. Everybody's being polite to each other. It's just really, really dope.
That's fire. That's fire. Because I remember being on a resort. I went to a resort twice, and it was the same thing. I went to Mexico, Cancun, and Cozumel.
That's next year.
It was the same thing. It was dope vibes. It was a off the water resort. It's off the water resort. So like you can literally come out of your room and then go to wherever the beach is and put your feet in the sand and all that. Yeah, it was fire. I would definitely do that again. How long were y'all on the resort?
4 days.
That's a good amount.
I tell people, to me, the good amount, the nice sweet spot is 3 to 4 days, 5 max. But I think,
Five.
and then I think too, plane tickets was a little crazy. That's why I didn't do it this time. But I told my wife from now on, because we left on a Wednesday, we came back on a Sunday. I would have wanted to come back, leave on a Thursday, and come back on a Monday because that Sunday still be lit at the resort. Sundays be one of the most fun days because everybody be trying to get that last year hurrah in and all that stuff. So everybody try to come back on a Monday. So the flights was a little bit ridiculous. I wasn't really going to pay for that. Not at this point in time. I'm cool. How Trap say my clip was low?
Yeah.
My clip was low. I wasn't for the go. You know how you do it. You don't want to go underneath a certain amount. So it's good.
Yeah. I feel that. I'm glad y'all enjoyed yourself. But yeah,
I'm glad you enjoyed your birthday though, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
man.
glad you enjoyed your birthday.
Yeah, it was. I had a lot of fun.
And people don't know sometimes that be some of the most chill things when you have just a chill like kind of birthday.
Yeah, bro. Man, it was just chill all day. Just do stuff that's like laid back all day. That was amazing.
Yeah. Me and my homie, I know you know my homie Damo. He been in the chat a couple of times. Me and him got this pad ever since I came back because I was born in Florida, moved to Chicago, then I moved back to Florida after high school, then I came back. And ever since I've been back after the second time, me and Damo have not missed each other's birthdays. We take each other out for breakfast on the birthday, no matter who. It's on the other person. And we've been doing this since I've been back since 2009. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I don't give a fuck what the money look like. I don't give a fuck about nothing. That's one thing about me and Damo. Me and Damo are going to take each other out for breakfast, and it's just on the other person. And we just sit there, we talk, we vibe, just chill out. And it's a beautiful, because I didn't really think about it like that at first until you kind of brought it to my attention. And I'm like, oh yeah, we have been doing this. Because we're like, you do stuff. You don't need to be really like, you don't really like take it like you don't really like recognize it. It's just part of second nature. This is what we do. And he was talking about how he was telling his mother or whatnot like that. And he was like, bro, we have been doing that for a long time. He was like, bro, we can't stop. We can't ever stop. We gotta do this forever. So one of us kick the bucket or some shit.
Right. Yeah, I'm a traditionalistic. That's not even a word. I'm a person that's.
I know what you meant. Though.
Yeah.
That's some shit I would have said.
I'm the kind of person that likes to keep things going. As if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
If it's working, why not keep working?
Yeah. I'm one of them too. I don't like new shit. I don't like to be switching up shit if it's working, it's working.
That's it.
I don't like to add new shit to it. I don't need to add no salt and pepper. If this shit is good like it is, leave it like it is. It don't need nothing. I don't know why people always want to try to improve something that don't need improving.
Much agreed.
I'm one of those people. I'm one of those. I don't need to improve nothing if it's working. If it's working, it's working.
Facts. I much agreed. All right, let's get into this topic. So the question is, has the portrayal of homosexual couples in media gone too far?
Okay, explain.
So I'm basing it off of this right here. Oops, wrong button.
Okay.
That's what I want. All right. So I'll go ahead and play it.
It's what you see. They putting it everywhere.
Yeah.
I took my grandson to see what was a movie with Buzz, like
Toy Story?
not that one, but
the new Buzz. The Lightyear. I think it's
Yeah,
called
with
Lightyear.
Kiki Palmer's in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie, like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, I didn't come in for this. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
What'd you tell them?
Watch the movie. Eat this popcorn. Shh.
You said we don't know. We don't know.
It threw me for a loop. I'm like, what part of the movie was this? These are kids that we have to show that at this age. Like
that part.
They're going to ask questions.
Yeah.
They are going to ask. I don't have the answer.
Yeah. And I don't even know the answer that's rehearsed. What am I supposed to say? What was the lady used to be I got questions. Now I got questions.
And I was just there to go to sleep and watch the movie. And nigga woke me up. I'm in there. Huh? They just said that she had a baby. How? They both women. Oh man, damn. Yeah, eat your popcorn.
Damn.
All right, let's see. You can still hear me, right? We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. See, people are saying in the comments. This person says, wait till Doggy has to explain his own songs and videos. This person says, I think most people understand. The reason his grandson asked that is because the movie showing women have pregnant with each other, with other women, not because they raising a baby. Not saying it's wrong, but it's hard to explain to a kid what sperm donation, insect. I would rather tell them shut up and eat the popcorn too. At least his Lightyear comment gave the podcast free promo. Facts. Children will be honest and say what most adults are afraid to say. Some parents just don't have that conversation with their 5 or 6 year old. Okay, so what are your thoughts about it?
Why is it in the movie? Why is it in the movie?
Oh, why is it in the movie? Okay.
Why do we got to see two women have babies in a movie? Why do we have to see anybody have babies in the movie? Just pop up with the baby. It's like some things just don't need to be. And this goes with like not just with same-sex marriages, different marriages, he-she marriages, they-she marriages, they whatever the fuck you want to call it. This goes with sexual things and any type of kid thing whatsoever. Period. Point blank. Period. Just be entertaining without introducing sex and other them days, they thems, however the fuck you want to call it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying take it all out. It shouldn't be in there, period. Point blank. At all. That's all. I think that's all what adults are trying to say. I don't think those are saying, oh, because it's gay. Like some people be like, oh, so since it's gay, it can't be. No, it's because it's period. Kids should not. One of my favorite quotes, what I say to a lot of people is, let kids be kids. Remember how they used to let us be kids? When we used to jump in adults' business, they say stay out of grown folks' business.
Right.
All this stuff, they made us be kids. We wasn't trying to grow up. If you didn't even know your mama business. You didn't know everything your mama and your daddy was going through. You didn't know your mama. You knew that we didn't have money for the extra stuff, but you didn't know how broke your mama was. You didn't know how much money your mother made. You didn't know none of this stuff because they was letting you be a kid, going outside, playing in the dirt, being musty, smelling like outside, doing all these type of things.
Right.
But we too busy, want to let everybody know everything. It's always, just tell them, just that, no. I want my son to go through his years not worried about adult stuff, worried about kids and teenager things, worried about if he got a girl, if he get for his first kiss and all this type of stuff. I don't want him to be worried about no bills. That's what me and your mama here for. You don't worry about that. I worry about that. That's my job.
Right.
But but us as a society want kids and everybody to grow up so fast and to grow up and to be young men and young ladies, and they never get to be the little baby girl, the little baby boy, the little teenager, the preteen, all this stuff. We make everything is for people to grow up so fucking fast, and it's like, for what reason? Let them be kids. That's just my. It's just let them be kids.
Okay. So some people are saying that he explained.
He what?
In a way that he should have just explained in a way that the child would understand.
He shouldn't have to explain. That's, first of all, that's his mother and his daddy's job. That's Grandpa Snoop. That's his grandfather. He don't supposed to explain that. That's mama and daddy. See, that's the thing. Everybody want to explain everything to your kids when that's your fucking parents' job to do. And that's what people are getting frustrated for. He shouldn't have to explain anything. That's his grandson. He's supposed to get his grandson sugared up, all up on energy, and take him right back to the parents. He's supposed to spoil them and send them right back to the mom and daddy. That's what his job is. But see, people always don't know how the dynamic of family works. It's the dynamic of a family, right? Am I wrong? Ain't that your mother and your father's job? To tell you how the birds and the bees going, or if you're finna have something, you send a letter home to the parents and say, do you want us to teach your child this? That's the parents' job. So somebody, whoever said that dumbass comment, get the fuck no, that's dumb to me. No, it's not Snoop's job to explain. He already raised his kids. That's his grandson.
So did you get the sense that he was complaining about it being in there, or better question. Do you think he was complaining about it being in the movie, or do you think he was complaining about how awkward it was that the child asked him?
It was awkward. To me, I don't think he did anything wrong. I think it was totally awkward. It put him in a position that he did not want to be in. You heard what he said. I'm over here trying to bring my grandson to a thing and get me a good nap in. I wasn't even paying attention to the fucking movie. And now my grandson waking me up, asking me this, disturbing my goddamn nap. This was my sleep time. Right. You know Snoop probably busy as hell. You know he probably busy as hell, and it's the first time he get to kick it with his grandson. So he's like, okay, I'll take you to a movie, and I get a nap in. And you there, I got you popcorn now. We in each other's presence. We cool.
Right. Yeah. So what would you think if he started to explain? Like one person that I tried to pull it up, I couldn't find it again. They said you could just explain that sometimes men are in relationships with men and they adopt kids. Women have relationships with women sometimes and they adopt kids.
That's all said and done. But just like I said for previous book, that is not Snoop's job. He is the grandfather. That is his mother and father's job. How do you know that his mother and his father want him to know about that way? Maybe they had a certain way they wanted to teach him that. You can't tell people how to raise their kids.
Right.
As long as they ain't abusing their kids and being abusive and all that other stuff, let them raise their kids and teach their kids how they want to teach them.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that when I heard that review. How do you know that the parents would be okay with Snoop explaining that to the grandchild?
That's why I say it's not Snoop's job to do that. Hopefully it's a long way down the line. When my son has kids, my job is to spoil them fucking rotten. That's my job. And send them back home with toys that get on my son and his wife or his girlfriend or his baby, whatever nerves. That's my job. It's to spoil them, get them all type of sugary treats, do all the stuff that I don't really care about because they're not my kids. They're going back home.
Be Humble, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What you got on this? You got an opinion?
I think one thing is think about like what's the age you would consider teaching a child about the birds and the bees. So now we learning the age, try to teach them about these type of different relationships, like 5 and 6 years old, like that. No, I don't think a child at 5 and 6 can even like comprehend like when you tell them that.
True, them facts.
So it's like you want to wait till they're 12, 13, 14 to talk about birds and bees now. Like I said, Now you want to shift. Now you got to talk about 5 and 6 before they even start school. It's crazy.
I gauge it off of what I've been asking myself that question. When would what is an appropriate? What do I think is an appropriate age to have that conversation? And my thoughts center around when they start teaching about it in health class in school, which is around about fourth grade, which is about 8 years old. So it's it's in one hand, even saying that sounds weird, like talking to an 8-year-old about that. But on the flip side, his grandson knew that women and men are supposed to be men and women that get pregnant, not women and women.
Because there's a natural order that we understand without even talking. And
That's fire, Maul.
he he grows he's in a household where the natural order is in place. Like the grandson sees the natural order at his grandfather, in Snoop's house.
Yeah, it's tough to say because I think that one comment, the first comment that in the video that said, "Wait until his son starts watching his grandfather's video, or his grandson starts watching his grandfather's videos and listening to his music and stuff." What do you think about that correlation?
That's a whole different correlation. He was sitting up here going to just tell him that's just the way we talk when we came up. That's real easy to explain. Come on now.
Yeah, and then more than likely the kid, think about it. There's the kid will be older the way it's supposed to be. The child should be older by the time he comes into contact with his grandfather's music. Because at the end of the day, what's the parental advisory is for the music? If you go by the parental advisory, the music is not really available for the 5 and 6 year old. So at that point, when you become of age to listen to the music, yes, he could explain it to him. What's to be negative about explaining to a preteen or a teenager about what he was talking about? But I feel as though he's like offended or feeling some type of way that he was just because if you look at the what was the Toy Story they're talking about, right? The other Toy Stories were not like that at all.
Yeah,
That's the like he because he's old enough to be when the first Toy Story came out, so none of that was in there. None of that was in the previous ones. So it's like I'm thinking I'm just gonna take my grandson, nice little movie. I can get me a nap. I'm getting woke up out of the nap, and this is what's being going on in the movie.
Thank you.
Yes. So he was surprised. But if you notice, this is one thing I say this all the time. You'll see in these movies and these TV shows, they do more with the LGBTQ community than you see like interracial. You see more of that. It's like they skipped the whole interracial thing. Like throw that in the trash. We moved on. Like you'll see more of that than you'll see interracial.
That's interesting. So they skipped white man, black woman, black man, white woman. They just went straight to the LGBT.
Yeah, you see more. Yeah, the gay couples, stuff like that on movies and TV shows now than you even see. If you think about it, think about like some of your favorite TV shows. You hardly ever seen like interracial.
Yeah, no, it was either same race. That's it. Yeah, it wasn't never really I ain't never really seen no hit TV show or hit sitcom with an interracial couple.
That's
if you really think about it. Think about it. I've never seen that before.
And then
I'm not saying it's out there, but yeah, they kind of skipped that and just moved on.
On top of that, too, even with the same race couples, I don't even recall them really seeing them be too romantic with each other. Like the only thing I could think of, only show I could think of where it was like kind a little bit on the edgy side was Martin, because he would have times when he would feel on Gina and stuff.
Yeah, like kiss all over and stuff.
Yeah, but
and the crazy part about that is that's considered a comedy show. It wasn't like the Cosbys or stuff like that. It wasn't like more serious, dramatic show. It was more comedy, and he's doing it out of like being silly. That's the way it was kind of looked at.
Yeah, over the top humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good point, man. That's a good point. My thought process on it is I'm absolutely tired of it. It's one thing, like I 100% agree with Snoop. Even if like, what if I imagine, just like y'all said twice already, he went in that movie thinking, "Oh, this is Toy Story kids. This is Toy Story kids can watch this. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna chill, spend some time with my grandson, even though I'm knocked out." And then he kind of got punched in the face and caught off guard with this. So it's one thing for it to be in the show, but it's another thing to do what it seems like Disney and many other companies are doing and pushing an agenda. There you go. Like, since when are you online with your camera off? But no, but yeah, it's one thing to just like in the Flash, right? I used to watch the Flash. That was
The TV show?
pretty decent, huh?
The TV show? You
Yeah,
talking about the TV show?
yeah.
Okay.
I was watching it, binge watching it. It was cool. It was cool. And later on, Kid Flash comes and he's gay. Was it okay? Now it's one thing for it to be him to if he was gay in the comics. Or I don't know. Is this show even following the comics? But I guess with all these different universes they put in these shows, or in like behind Marvel and DC, he's gay somewhere. But no, man, I was actually talking with someone about Toy Story today, and they were saying that they would be excited to see another Toy Story. I'm thinking about the Toy Story from the first one.
Yeah.
Maybe the second one. But at maybe about 3 is when it started. 3 and after is when it started going crazy. They had, and there's different toys that represent different social agendas. Can't y'all just make a movie? Can't y'all just make a movie, please?
I'm gonna give you a little bit of pushback, Two Spaces, because I agree with you, but I gotta give you a little pushback. Why do we always think it's a social agenda though? Why can't we just like look at it and just be cool with like, okay, it's just a movie. I'm not looking at it from no social point of view. I'm not looking at it from, oh, this is in here for that, this black, white, this is a slave map. I'm just looking at it for it's just a goddamn movie. It always is where people try to dissect some stuff and try to be like the fake woke, and I'm gonna be the first to say this, and I'm gonna be. Why we just can't just look at it like like it's just a movie. That's it. Don't think about nothing else. Don't try to make it figure out to be nothing else. And you can be right, Spaces. You can be totally right with what you just said. But I'm just gonna give you a little bit of pushback of why we just can't look at things just for what they are. It's just a movie. I'm not gonna look at it for no more.
Like, I want to. I really want to look at it through that lens. Yeah, I really want to look at it through that lens of it's just a movie. And Toy Story 1 was just a movie. But the thing is, people emulate what it is that they see and hear. So, like, when I was a kid, I used this example before. I wanted to be a Power Ranger because I saw how dope it looked on the TV. Ninja Turtle.
Damn well you was too bright to be a motherfucking a Power Ranger.
I was close enough. They had Trini was yellow.
Who?
Trini was Asian.
Nigga, you not that yellow. You yellow. You high yellow, but you ain't that damn yellow.
But no, man. The reason why I want to, but just like what we see it all the time. Kids, people see stuff on TV, hear things, and they emulate it.
Yeah. But no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I think that's just the way the brain works. I know that's how my brain works. I'm going to here just to watch a movie. I want to watch a movie. And again, if they were in the show or if they were in the movie, cool. But it's different when you clearly are trying to point out that this is what we're trying to say about this particular situation. And I don't like it.
Yeah, and that's why I say I got to give you a little pushback because I just want to be because I always think about that. But you're all right. It is to where I see it on both ends. I sit on the ends where like, bro, how are we constantly getting this in movies? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man.
Everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Show, bro. I went to DC. It's a whole life, bro.
Oh yeah, y'all have steps right there. Don't y'all got steps that's going up to leading the highway to heaven for the gay steps? I'm just
I don't know. The church. I think I deleted the picture, but the church had rainbow steps going up to it. It's an agenda. It's an agenda. It's being pushed heavily. I don't like it, man. I'm tired of it. Just make a movie. Just make a show.
I feel you. That's why I say I got to give you a little pushback, but I'm on the fence. I'm with you both ways. I'm with it both ways because that's why I just stopped. Like I understand where you're coming from. Like your brain just worked. Like it's just like I can't turn off. People say I'm so observant because I be seeing everything. Even though I don't say shit, I be to see some shit, and I just keep moving and doing what I'm doing. And I've had to learn not to say nothing because I can fuck around and say something about every little thing that go around, and I drive myself crazy.
Yeah,
so I just keep it, huh?
I had that too. I would be observing all these different things. Why does that look like that? Did you notice that was that color? This person got a little lip.
So I just peep some stuff, and then somebody asked me about something, and then I could tell them the whole scenario. Like, you saw all that? I'm like, yeah. You didn't see that? I don't know. I just guess that's just how, like you said, that's just how my brain works. But I try to leave it to not go that route because that shit do drive you crazy and it do get on your nerves.
It does. All right, let's move on to this. That's all y'all got for that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so move on to this next thing that Maul sent us.
I sent a bunch of them. I don't really want to. I'm trying to see. Let me see if I can go to it real quick, and I can tell you which one I want you to pull up. Let's talk about right now.
Okay.
Because I sent a bunch of them. I was sending a bunch of them when I started getting more time and stuff like that. And there's one I really wanted to talk about.
Because I pulled up the one with the lady in the truck.
That's cool.
I pulled up. All right, so we'll do that one. Let me pull it up.
No, let's talk. Because I sent a bunch of cop ones because I was really trying to troll you.
I noticed.
I wanted to get into it with you today.
I noticed.
Oh, let's do the one before the lady, the cop, the lady with the truck, the garbage truck. Do the one before that. The kids in the back of the what you call
it. All right. Give me a quick second. Because I saw that one was crazy. Well, I didn't watch the whole thing.
It wasn't that long.
I want to try to have a fresh opinion.
They are stalking us.
Dang. Okay. Anyway, I'll just go this way. All right. Go. All right. So here we go.
Sorry, you see me. You talk about a move. I did not. The first time I'm going to jail, that's the first time every day. He had it. He had it. He had it. 3 times. On the niggas, on the homies, I got to corroborate. I don't know why he stopped chasing you and started chasing the beach. He had that on my face. It wasn't nowhere else for me to go. That's why I need to be the driver on the homies. I was just sent you in on the homies.
You're in car, but you ain't in possession of it. They don't realize they've been set up.
You see my phone in the car.
Say what?
They've been set up.
It's
I'll tell you afterwards. I got a buddy who's a cop.
Y'all found my phone? Bro, I was sleeping in the car. I don't know what the. I don't know my. I heard you. But then, whoa. I look up. All I hear is. I'm gonna fake those. Got this on the first second.
Okay.
Now, what you say? Be humble, real quick. I couldn't hear what you said.
Yeah, they set them two up. They do that all the time. They'll put them both in the back seat because they know it's a camera and just let them talk.
Okay.
Yep. They do that all the time. They'll sit them right there, let them talk, and they're being recorded.
All right. So that's a good piece of information to know too. But my question about this was seeing this and seeing the reaction to them. First thing came to my mind was, should it be more harsher for first-time offenders? Because it's always leniency on the first-time offense. But if a judge see this tape, he's gonna be more harsh on them.
How old are they?
And you know how I feel about car thieves. You already know what I'm gonna say. Fuck them little two young niggas.
You say
I know it's harsh to say. I know the way I'm gonna say I'm gonna be fucked up. I already know it's a disclaimer, but I'm still traumatized. The motherfucker stole my shit.
So it says teenagers celebrate after being arrested. A man called 911 and stated that his $80,000 vehicle was stolen out of his driveway just before taking his son to school in the morning. The father also stated that the crooks appeared to be teenagers under the age of 16. Why are they celebrating?
He had an $80,000 car. He didn't have a. How did they steal it?
Yeah, 80,000. Yeah, he probably was a Hellcat or something. He probably talking about a Hellcat or something.
Because I know down here a big thing is what they do. If you get one of those, it's called a bidirectional OBD2 scanner. You can start someone's car up with those OBT.
Yeah, that's how they probably got me. Shit. That's how they got me, especially when you got push start.
But what you can buy, I have it for my car. There's a lock you can buy that goes over that port, and there's a key. The only way you can get that off of there is with this certain key that comes with it.
Oh, and then you can press the button to start the car. Yeah.
I mean, your car be fine, but I'm saying they can't use that scanner to start your car. They can't use that port.
I got you.
There's this lock that goes over that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's my question. I'm let Be Humble go first. Should you think we're looking at that video, right? And I know you're gonna go a little deeper, but that's just the question that came to my mind when I saw it with them celebrating. Is should it be more harsher sentences for people with the first offense?
Well, first off, let me say, you can tell by the two kids how they're acting. Piss poor parenting.
It's a fact.
Right off the bat.
Agreed.
Parents failed them. The parents failed them. You can't say, yes, they grew up in a bad environment, but there's a lot of kids that grew up in a bad environment that have decent parenting and good parenting, and they make it out. These kids, the way they've been parented, they were doomed. And this is just the start. But as far as that, I agree with you to an extent. I think sometimes when the kids are underage, one thing we should look at, the parents, what they record. Do they have a record? And if they do, and you see the kids that follow in their footsteps, yes.
Ooh.
Yes, it should be harsher.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
some of these parents, like, hey, they should be pulled in too. Like these kids, if they in behind the bars and they see their mom in the next cell to them, like, why you bringing my mom here? Because you was acting up. You was doing something stupid. I think some of these kids might change.
Hey. I really don't know. I don't really know what to say behind that, but I understand where you're coming from with your sentiment. Because no spaces you go.
No, go ahead. I'm looking something up.
No, it was my topic. You go first.
You started to say something. That's all.
Because I'm always gonna start to say something. Your ass will always want this back in the back. You gonna never say shit no way. But no, like I was piggybacking off what Be Humble said. to the simple to the sentiment of I do think it's like case by case basis, but sometimes you need to come down harsh on the punishment to stop people from doing crime, because a lot of people and a lot of teens like them, the internet kind of did us right and wrong at the same time, right? And it did us right and wrong at the same time, because you start looking at this type of stuff like this, and it allows you to know what type of time I'm gonna get. I'm a first offenser. I'll be out at this time. I wouldn't be out at this time. You get to look up at the law to see all what you're going to do, which is like I always say, internet is a gift and a curse. And this is one of them things where it kind of fuck people up. This really fuck people up. It's really fucked them teenagers up, because they looking at it like I'm 16, 17. Ain't nothing really gonna happen to me. I'm gonna be out and I'm a first time offender. I'll probably get 2 years probation or be on house arrest and be out and be cool. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I just wanted to piggyback. Go ahead, Spaces.
Yeah, Be Humble brought up a very good point. He said one way to base it off of whether you're going to charge them or harm their parents have a history of doing crime. That is a fantastic point. My mind was blown with that statement, because people are, you're absolutely right, Marv, with the point you just made about people just being confident with the fact that they're first time offenders, and they're like, oh, I'll just get off, or it won't make sense, or like they're not going to charge me too harshly, I'm a minor, and all that. Like, yeah, people are definitely too comfortable with doing crime. So I would definitely agree, or at the very least, look into the process of like how they would go about doing it. Ultimately, I would agree with it, because one person, in this case, teenagers, one teenager would see somebody doing something that they've never done anything before. They don't have a history of doing anything, but because they saw, just like I was saying with the Toy Story thing, they saw somebody else do it. They saw that they got off, or they saw that they got some social media clout from it, and they decided to go do it as well. They might think otherwise if for stealing a $80,000 car, you 5 years right off the bat, because you're gonna go there, they're gonna get arrested. Parents come to the police station or wherever they are, fill out some paperwork for the child, and take the child home. They might get some community service or something. And that's one of the things that I've been thinking about a lot lately, is people really need to start doing football numbers for certain crimes that they do. Football numbers. Because a lot of the things that people do, it just really don't make sense. Going around stealing cars, vandalizing people's property. People don't take the punishment for a crime seriously. And you know what's the sad thing about it as well is jail and prison has, for a lot of, from the testimony from what I hear and see, has become just like outside. By that I mean they got cell phones in there, they making TikToks, like it's so if are they really missing out even if they go to jail?
I think schools should be they should make extracurricular activities mandatory.
Extracurricular activities?
Oh, so you should be staying after school.
There should be some type of activities that I'm not saying it needs to be football, basketball, baseball. There should be something every kid is mandatory as a part of school.
I know what you're talking about.
Some type of team or something like that. Because being on a team, you don't have to be the best. There's different aspects you can learn just from being on a team. And with some of these kids, like if they did get in the sport, some of these kids, like those two kids they showed, they probably could have been, we don't know, they could have been good athletes. But the fact they're in the streets, but when you become an athlete, you don't have a lot of time you know, or the energy to be doing stupid stuff like this. A lot of these kids would be, you know, kids that don't do well in school or even go to school at all. But
Yeah,
the parents, those both those kids' parents, yeah, they need to
I ain't
get
even
some
gonna lie
targets.
with you, be humble. I totally agree with you.
Somebody's really.
I totally agree with you on that. And the reason why I agree with you on that, because my son is a prime example of that. My son, like the only kid, so he could have been here, probably getting into some trouble or something like that, but my son not a trouble kid. But he's always at school. He wakes up at 6, goes to school, he got football practice, maybe some type of tutoring, some type of morning program. He don't gets out until 6. He out here like he working 12 hours like me. He be in there knocked out, snoring, socks still on, because he's so tired. He don't have time to do anything else. So on that point, I agree with you totally. When you say you should be keeping in school, you should be doing some type of, even if it's nothing but like a job fair where you go to a job after school or something like that. Because like they say, an idle mind is a devil's playground. And you are 100% right, because I seen it firsthand with my kid. And I was so proud that my son, and I was so happy that me and my wife did do something like that, to where he's always busy doing something. He was running track. He has an after-school job. In the summertime, he's working 2 jobs, because he works his regular job, plus the school got a program to where they pay you to come work and clean out the school and do stuff for the summer for the school if you don't got summer school. So you're still getting paid from doing stuff from them too. So he was always busy. So I totally agree with you on that, Beyond. Totally agree. And like you say, they need something to do, because you sitting around, start just wondering how you do this, how to do that, start probably smoking weed, get high, start just doing any and everything and thinking it's funny and it's cool, and y'all just trying to play jokes, but then it turned into something real serious.
I'm play this video.
So I'm totally in agreement with you with that. Like, I think they do need programs, and I do think when you get to high school, you shouldn't be done with high school until about 5 or 6 o'clock at night. Time for you to come home, get a shower, do your homework, and do that shit over again. And it'll be teaching you and it will teach you to be ready for your life ahead. Because even if you're an entrepreneur, you still don't sleep. You're still going to be working. You're still going to be doing something. So even if you got a 9 to 5 or you'll be an entrepreneur, it's teaching you the habits of, I have to get to bed, to get to work early and all this stuff, and I have stuff to do. So I need to get my ass to sleep and stuff like that. I need to get my rest.
I'm play a video real quick regarding this. And I asked this question before, I believe, on a podcast.
On our podcast, or you was on a panel with somebody else?
On our podcast.
Okay.
Local government looking to hold parents accountable for their kids' actions.
Oh, yeah. We did talk about
this. A proposed city ordinance could result in parents facing judicial consequences for what their kids do.
A proud uncle. The weight of his nieces and nephews' future on his shoulders. A better future the city of Euclid city council members are trying to paint.
They're going to make mistakes, just like we did when we grew up. I do understand how they're trying to push it, but I think while you're trying to enforce it that way, it's going to make that situation a little bit worse.
Taking a look at previous years, Euclid minors made up 178 criminal cases in 2021, 445 total charges. In 2022, those numbers jumped to 217 cases, 570 total charges, ranging from drugs to weapons. So now the Euclid City Council is reviewing whether to create a new ordinance that could potentially lower those crime rates. Rick Gazesh thinks it's time for a change.
Too many of the children today are running around without parental supervision, and they don't know, they haven't been taught the right from wrong.
This City of Euclid proposal highlights parental responsibility. It's meant to keep drugs and firearms from being around the child, while also trying
to look at that. Look at this, man.
Prevent minors from destroying or damaging property.
Pause. I ain't gonna lie to you. What I see right there when you show me that, I see right now my belt will be going in overdrive. I'll be beating all late ass. You hear me? Belt to that saying that the new age kids got belt to ass. I'll put belt to all late asses. You hear me? And like you say, go ahead. Let me finish. I got my comments out. Go ahead.
theft. If the crime is still committed by someone younger than 18, the legal guardian may also suffer consequences. The ordinance states, quote, "It shall be no defense that a parent or person charged with parental control and authority over the child was completely indifferent to the activities or conduct or whereabouts of such child."
You are in charge, but you're not in charge, because at the same time, your kids do have a mind of their own.
If a legal guardian is found guilty of lacking parental responsibility, they'll be slapped with a minor misdemeanor, meaning no jail time, but a fine will follow. The more legal trouble the kid gets into, though, the parent's charge is increased. The ordinance only shows what happens after 3 incidents. The final one could result in a misdemeanor of the 3rd degree, no more than 60 days in jail or fines exceeding $500.
If they have an active parent, I think it would work for the first time. Maybe it'll wake them up, be more involved with the children's life.
That proposal does need to pass a couple more stages before it can be enacted. Here in Euclid, I'm Keely Olivas for News 5.
Yeah, man. So real quick, be humble. All right, I see you, Ma. Be humble. Oh, dang.
I know I'm mad, bro. My bad though. It just is. I know.
Dang, I got some stuff I wanted to talk about. I want to hear your opinion. You and Jay every day.
We got it. We took next week though. We're gonna be all next week. We might have to bring her Be Humbled on next week too. Just all 4 of us.
Desiree, what's up?
Go ahead, ask your question though. Let's go ahead and get a crack.
But no, that's what I was thinking. I think okay. With Be Humble, he said in the previous segment we were talking about maybe this one in the video, the first video. It said he said it's bad parenting right off the bat. You can tell it's bad parenting. Cool, I agree. No questions there. But to your question, well, both of your questions, kind of. What if I'm not going to say don't do anything at all with the child as far as punishment, but focus the punishment on the parents.
No,
that would be more effective.
I think it needs to be both. I don't think it just needs to be the parent. I don't know if y'all ever seen this movie, right? I think it's a few movies out there, but it's one particular. I just saw the clip coming. I don't know what the name of it is, right? But it's a dude come to the house because I think his kid or something been bullied, right? And he tell him, "Oh, go get your dad," and his dad and he come to the bully, and he talking to him about the bully, but about his kid bullying somebody else, but he's talking to the kid too. And as he's doing it, I know this is gonna sound harsh. I know it's gonna sound harsh, but I'm gonna bring my point full circle. He's putting on brass knuckles as he's doing it. And as soon as he get through, he punches his dad right in the face. So you see what happens when you do something, your parent get held accountable for it too. He punches him again. And as he's sitting there beating his dad, he's making the kid watch. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm coming full circle to like, when you see your parent going through something, like you saying, just hold the parent account. No, like Be Humble said, they need to be in a jail cell right next to each other. Going through the same thing, getting whatever happens in jail, whatever harsh conditions are in jail, they need to be going through the same thing. Because if you see your parent going through this too, because of some of your action, maybe it might wake you up too. Or both of y'all gonna spend the rest of y'all life behind bars. You get my drift?
Mm-hmm.
So to say that the parent just needs to be held accountable, nah, I don't agree with that. I need both of them need to be here. We both be eating bologna sandwiches. We both need to be washing our drawers in the sink. We both need to use the toilet as a goddamn refrigerator. we both need this. So for spaces to talk about just the parent, no, I don't think the parent. I think both. I really am on agreement of both. Because you can't sit up here and tell me, I don't give a fuck what the motherfucking state or whatever say. That's my son. I'm responsible for that. So don't worry about that. I'll get that straight. And if the more parents handle that and quit talking about how they scared their kids, first of all, I don't even think it's a scare. I think it's a more of coming up now. People don't want a parent. They want to be their kid's friend. It's not about being a parent. It's not making about hard decisions and don't give a fuck if your kid mad or not. I don't care if you're mad. You're going to still get your ass in there and do what I told you to do or else. And I don't think you want to know what the else is. So all that of holding the parent, no, it's because the parents want to really be the kid's friend. They still want to be down. These are parents who trying to live their high school years because that was your best years, or you was a lame or something. I ain't gonna say you was a lame in high school, but high school was your best years, so you still trying to live your vicariously through your kid. So you and your kid out here going to clubs and partying and doing everything together. instead of you just being a parent.
Mm-hmm.
You're a parent first before anything. Just my case, my thoughts.
Sheesh, man. I'm so salty. You gotta go today, man. I got some stuff.
I think you know what, Maul. I think some parents just don't want to parent. So if their kids get arrested, the kid ain't at home.
Maybe that might be true, but now, but you'll be
Sure,
forced
Betty.
to. Hey, Betty, what's going on? But you'll be forced to parent too. Be humble. If you get in trouble too, you like, look, man, you fucking up my fun.
Yeah.
You need to get together.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's my thought process. That's my thought process. Like the parent will wake up and be like, hold on a second. Yeah, the parent will wake up and be like, I ain't finna go to jail now. I ain't finna have no criminal record for you now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the idea. That's the idea behind it. So here we go. Bet. All right, so the conversation going on right now about this lady who's a teacher, teacher Bay, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on it, and I want to see if your thoughts about this in particular thing will align with what I'm thinking.
Imagine that this is your son or daughter's teacher. Hey friends, meet Teacher B, the most viral and sensational teacher on social media today, known for her unethical dressing to the classroom. If you are a father and you have this kind of teacher
She's a teacher dressed like this, by the way, the actual teacher. I think grade school. Definitely, that doesn't look like a high school.
teaching your kid, what will you do? It's so unfortunate that this district is actually very lenient on some of these things. There has been several arguments for this, but irrespective of the argument, this is ethically wrong for the teaching.
So teacher Bay is going around. She's an actual teacher from what I can see, from what I've seen about this, and she's to work school amongst minors dressed like that with the I forget what they call those types. I just remembered the types of heels. Looks like she basically looks like she's going out on a date. So, what are your thoughts about that?
I look at it as like basically she's basically taken from the gram to the classroom. Like now these young ladies, there's no difference. Everything is they got to be social media ready. I know when I grew up, teachers didn't dress, provocative and stuff like that.
Shit, they ain't looking like that neither though. That wasn't Miss Betty.
But at the same time, like these younger women are very self-conscious when it comes to their body, and they want you to know like how they feel about their own body. You can see it from how they dress. They're willing to show it to any and everybody. But here's a topic me and my wife talk about a lot. Why is it we always tell the young ladies they need to dress a certain way, and we never tell the young men to control yourself? Why is that always the conversation? Like just right here. I mean, I don't have a problem with the way she's dressed, but I would, if my student was in her class, I would not want her to dress that way, but I can't control it. Only thing I could tell my son, if my son was to come to me, I would have to, tell him, your focus needs to be on your schoolwork, the chalkboard, and whatever's going on in the books, not how this lady is dressed. Although it can be distracting. You there for a reason, and it's not her.
Ma, what you think?
I'm kind of on the side of be humble. I'm on the side of I don't really have that much of a problem how she dressed either, because it don't matter what the fuck she wears. She got a body. It's gonna come through anyway. She gonna be like killing it no matter what. It's the point of view, like I always say, and y'all know I say this all the time. I'm gonna beat this in everybody's head. It's fucking social media. Because if it wasn't for social media, she wouldn't be trying to take these poses, leaning against it, just doing all this stuff to put it on here, where another parent or another father to find her profile to put it out here to say about her. Because if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't even ever know this lady exists. She'd be dressing like that and just teaching her class. We wouldn't give a fuck. But because social media is what it is, everybody always got to, like Be Humble say, be social media ready, IG ready, always want to take a picture of everything, always want to post everything, always want everybody to see them. Like everybody's a star and a celebrity now. It's no regular folks no more. Everybody's a star and celebrity. What happened to regular 9-to-5 people who getting money, who stay in the suburbs, who go on vacations every year? But everybody wants to be a star, and that's why people have a thing with her, is because she's on social media. Because guaranteed, she's probably been dressing this way all the thing, and now somebody just finally found that gram and put it out there. But make it content. I have no problem. She's gonna, the way her body is, bro, it don't matter what she put on. She can put on a sundress, she can put on a big ass turban. People, men that look, gonna look at me like, oh, it's something underneath there. No matter how you do it, she's gonna show. She got a body.
Here's one thing I try to tell women all the time: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, any social media platform, a man can download your videos, pictures. So anything you put up there can be downloaded by anybody else.
It's gone.
Like
it's gone
this stuff is not.
It's not yours.
It's not locked when you put it up there. Anything you put on social media, somebody else can download.
Yeah.
Like that's what people need to understand.
Yeah.
Like it's especially these women. I think a lot of them think that when they put it, on social media, that it's locked. It's not going anywhere. And that's not the case. Anybody can download your pictures, your videos. Anybody.
And Be Humble too. I'm agreeing with you. We got to tell men how to, how they control themselves, but also too, you got to tell women too. If you're dressing like that, what do you think he's looking at you as? The less clothes you're looking on, the less likely you becoming wifey. You're gonna just become another knight. It's hard to say, but that's just the double standard that we live in. It's a whole bunch of double standards that women love to praise about that they get, but the ones that's negative, they don't really want. It can't go that way. It go both ways. We got a lot of stereotypes that we, like one particular y'all was talking about, and I wish I was on the thing, about a woman hitting a man. It's a double standard on that all day. I don't agree with it, and don't hit me because I ain't one of them ones. But it's one of them. It's a double standard that's there. We will tell our sons never to hit a woman all day. Women would tell their sons never to hit a woman, but we will never tell our daughters don't go around hitting boys. I think nowadays we will, because we know the consequences behind it. But it's a lot of double standards that women want, but they don't want to take on the other end of the spectrum too. So I'm agreeing with you. We need to tell young men how to control themselves around women and all that other stuff. But I'm also in the thing of we should be still teaching women that if you dress that way, you're going to get treated a certain way too now. Is it right? No, it's not. Because you should be able to wear whatever you want to wear, but that's one of the double standards that it is what it is.
So let me give another example, because I know you got to go, Ma. I want to hit these examples.
Okay.
Let me see. Is this the one? Okay, yeah, this one. All right. Share screen. All right. So what about this? This is the same person, by the way. And then now check that outfit out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that school appropriate? But here we go.
That first outfit, no, not for school.
There's nothing wrong with that outfit. It is what it is. It's just gonna hug her body. Told you, no matter what she wears, it's gonna look revealing. But like Be Humble say, that first outfit, but if the school don't have no dress code for them, they can wear whatever they want to wear. The school should have a dress code for the teachers.
Yeah. Recently at work, I was joking with my coworker, this older lady. We had this she's a white female, came to work, one of those spaghetti strap sundresses. Like, I'm like, come on, man. Like, people, some of the stuff people will wear to work is just crazy nowadays, man. Just
Hey, but they can wear what they want to wear. They can do what they want to do.
Another question that I want to ask about is, should teachers have a uniform dress code? But Desiree said there's no difference in what she has on than what my professors wear. Only difference is my professors don't have her body. And also said it isn't fair. I had on uniform scrubs, and my boss made me buy a larger size too big for me because of my figure. My scrubs weren't tight or revealing.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Black women just have bodies. You have some white, some Latinos have bodies too. But like I said, it is not going to matter what she wears. She has a nice body. Us three men on here, like, we can sit up here and try to be like the politically correct. Nigga, if we was in a group chat, whatever, we going to be like, damn, she has body.
Man, I wish I had the video. Maybe I'll do it in the playback and I'll just send it. But it was a video of someone that had her same body shape, roughly same body shape, but she also was a teacher, and she wore better clothes. This is not appropriate for a school. That's not appropriate for hormonal teenagers and people junior high.
You talking about all her clothes, or just that one, the first outfit? Which one? What are you talking about particularly? I want to know.
Wish I had that. I wish I sent myself that video that I was watching, but
she was wearing the first outfit.
Similar clothes of what we saw of all of what she was.
Okay,
wearing.
So you saying all of her clothes is not appropriate?
I'm not gonna say all, because there was one where she was wearing a shirt and some jeans.
Okay,
that's cool. But you wearing a short skirt, you wearing I forget.
Oh, the tie up heels, the spaghetti.
Yeah, that's what it was. The tie up heels. Come on, man. You know what you're doing. I
remember during my time, girls couldn't even wear shorts that were like above the knees.
And now the teacher is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I don't want to keep. I hate to keep interrupt you, but at the same time too, I know. We always say this: just because you can does not mean you should. But they're allowing her to do this without no dress code, so she's doing it.
Yeah, and I have no argument with that, because you are right.
Now, does that mean just because you can get away with it, should you do it? I don't know.
But then another thing, like I mentioned this and Mom mentioned this. Why is this all going on the gram as well? Just go to work, man. If that's how you dress, so be it. Just go to work.
Yeah. Why you gotta take the pictures?
Come home. Yeah. Why do I need to see?
Why you gotta take a picture? Oh, this Monday outfit. Oh, this Tuesday outfit. Oh, this Wednesday outfit. Oh, this Thursday outfit. We don't need to see that.
Everybody to see her.
So now, because I always say it like this: once you put it on the gram, you give everybody that on the gram an opinion about it. And guess what? We have an opinion about it. Because once you press send, that gives everybody on social media an opinion about whatever you just put up there. Am I wrong? That's why we sitting here talking about it.
I had a particular. I wish I'm gonna send it in the chat. Send it to the group chat, and I'm gonna add it to the playback. It is a particular lady that is. I'm saying she was emphasizing, like, I'm a teacher too. There's still a lot of clothes there's so many more options of clothes that you can wear instead of what you're choosing to wear. And it's also weird. It's also very freaking weird that you want to choose to wear clothes that are Mal. If you got to drop that, I understand, bro. You said you got to go and you're busy. But
go ahead. I'll let you know if I'm going to bounce out. You want to be humble? Could probably finish. I'm gonna probably bounce out. Go ahead. I'm listening to you though.
All right. But it is so freaking weird that you would want to wear clothes like that accent your body around kids. That is freaking weird to me.
That's true.
Why can't you? You can easily put on the cardigan.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's one thing. Yes, you will. Her body is the way that it is. So no matter what she wears, her body's going to show through it. But you can still wear looser fitting clothes. You wearing tie up heels to work in front of kids. Why you got your toes out at work?
I agree with you on a lot of stuff, Space, but I can agree with you on that. She can't have her toes out, bro. Damn.
I mean, okay, let me rephrase. To that degree.
Huh?
To that degree.
Okay,
the tie heels is crazy.
I get where you're coming from, but I just wanted to piggyback on. I wanted to fuck with you a little bit.
You know what? I agree with you. Because there are levels to everything. So if you got some shoes where most like your toes stick out like that, maybe I'm not mad at it. Your whole freaking foot is out lately, lady.
You know what Spaces want? Those Spaces want her ass in a jab at home, pregnant with my fucking babies and barefoot.
Just like a nun.
Yeah. A big ass sheet on.
Maybe she's trying to catch some single father.
And look here.
That's what I mean.
All she gonna get up there, she gonna get some single fathers, all right. Yeah, she gonna make her a single baby mama.
The principal.
Huh?
Maybe she's trying to get another teacher or the principal.
Hey, man.
Superintendent.
So what's wrong with her finding something like this?
I agree. Spaces, I'm kind of with you and I'm kind of not. Because everybody has different styles. Maybe that's not her style.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe that's not her style, but
I agree with you. I understand where you're coming from. I get where you're trying to go with it. But maybe that's just not her style. Me and you don't dress alike. Me and Be Humble probably don't dress alike. It's just the way the style that people wear and all that stuff. But I agree with you. Like, maybe it could be like, come on now. Some things like, okay, I was agreeing with her on a lot of them outfits, but when you showed me that first one, I'm like, bro, where you finna go to the club?
You see what I'm saying?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I agree with a lot of what you said, and I'm agreeing with a lot of what probably other people said. Because that first outfit was like, bro, damn, you got some spaghetti strap heels, red bottoms on. Damn. Where you going? You finna go on a dinner date?
It's like you go to understand the difference in styles, because like you said, they don't have a particular dress code. So I'm not necessarily mad at that. I think it's predatory, by the way. I think this is actually disgusting. I think you wanting your body, you wanted this going this far to seek out attention clearly. Look at Desiree.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's weird. That's weird. That's predatory to me.
Yeah,
because
I'm in agreement with you on some of the things. Like, I'm really mostly on the side of Be Humble. I'm agreeing with you. Like I'm looking at some of the outfits. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, I see your ass jiggling. It's cool because you got ass. It's just gonna be what it is. But that first outfit, I was totally with Spaces on that. Like, nah, hell no, hell no. Take that off. Go put on something else. No, you shouldn't be wearing that in front of no kids. And also, what grade is she teaching? I know she's not in high school.
And you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, bro? Like,
because if she in high school, I know she didn't probably hit one of them two of them students. I'm sorry to say that, but I know one of two of them students did probably just smash.
In a rising, more and more frequently, women are getting popped off for messing with kids, for messing with the students.
Let me take that back. It was just a joke. I don't know if she probably had a student now. I don't want to put that smut on her name. I want to take that back. Because I know motherfuckers be like, Marcus out here, she out here fucking with. No, I didn't say that. It was just a joke. Because the way she looked in my high school, I always want to go to her class and help her. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bro, I had a teacher like that in high school. But
she was always in the classroom, wasn't she?
She dressed far more modestly than what this weirdo lady.
You was always in her classroom, weren't you?
Bro, I don't know. I wasn't even paying attention to what she was saying. Stop it, man.
You had that song in your head, let me lay you down.
I don't even remember what. I think it was history she taught.
Yeah, we're gonna go make some history.
Not only is it inappropriate, it's a distraction.
Yeah, it is.
And you know, if she would go this far to get this level of attention, she wants attention from everybody. Everybody, just like y'all said, from the principal, from the dads. I even question, do you want attention from the kids? Why are you coming to work like that? Why are you working in an industry? Why don't you just work somewhere where that's appropriate?
She come work where we work at.
I think there should be a baseline expectation for teachers to have uniforms, because clearly, when you don't have rules, people go further and further and further further down the road.
And that's true. That's why rules are in place. Like you say, remember we always talk about the loopholes in the rules. You find a ways to get around them, and then you got to make another loophole, and then you got to make another rule, for the loophole. It is what it is. If you can get through a loophole, you're gonna get through it. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're on the up and up, you going through life, you trying to do the right thing. If it's a loophole in the system that's broken, you're gonna exploit the loophole till they close it.
Desiree. She said,
"What she say?"
She said, "I'm tripping." She hasn't said anything again, but she said that.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let her rock out and let her wear what she want to wear. But that first outfit, I was with you, Spaces. But all that other outfits, like, bro, she got body. It's gonna show regardless of what. We're not. They don't have no dress code for them the teachers to wear, so she's able to wear whatever she wants to wear. So it's nothing you can really do about that.
Oh dang, man! I wish I could. I videoed that. It was a different lady.
Mm-hmm.
That was explaining.
Hey, but I'm about to get up out of here, man. I gotta go. Salute to you and be humble, man. Y'all going to finish come in strong or whatnot. We'll get like a 2-hour pod next time because it's all three of us. So keep all your questions, all your comments, concerns. Love, man. Love all the support we getting. Pod growing slowly but surely, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Be safe, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
All right. So, but that's all you got for that, right? Be humble.
Yeah, that was it.
All right. I'm gonna pull up something you sent us. Let's see here.
About the National Guard.
No, about the. Well, we can talk about that too, because we got time. About the white lady with the red hat on.
What did I say?
God dang it, man. I don't like doing it. I don't like showing it this way. But anyway. All right. So this is something Be Humble sent us.
Well, let me see.
And you would probably give more insight on it because you sent it. So this says, Owsley County, Kentucky has one of the highest rates of food stamp enrollment in America. It is 98.7% white and overwhelmingly Republican. Remember this. Remember this when you hear someone on the right wing say that food stamps are only for liberals and welfare queens in the big city. So, Be Humble. Was this a troll post, sir?
It was a troll post for you.
Yeah.
But no, it has truth to it. Like the majority of the people on welfare are white, period. There's no around that. That's the majority of the people. But when you hear the word welfare, the first thing you think of is some woman in the projects that look like us. And what's crazy is what they were showing there is how they vote Republican, and Republicans want to do away with social programs, which is what's the saying? that they're willing to cut off their nose to spite their face, which is funny too. Like you're on all these programs, but you want to vote this way, and they want to cut the programs, which really makes it's just baffling that you could vote that way. I can understand. I can understand more so you not voting, but to vote against your own interests is just baffling to me at the end of the day. I just could never understand that.
So,
And Kentucky's one of the poorest states. And they have, they keep electing the same government, the same congressmen. And they're a poor state. They don't want change, obviously.
so you think people are stuck in their habits, stuck in their ways?
Yeah, hateful ways, yeah.
Hateful ways?
Yeah.
Hateful how?
Mitch McConnell, that's his state. That's the old white guy. I don't know if you remember, was like a year or so ago. Remember, he's doing an interview, and he just like blanked out. He just was like,
"Oh, the old, yeah."
That's his state. Yeah, that's his state, Kentucky. One of our poorest states. Horrible when it comes to education, but yet they keep voting him in.
Let's see. Poor states in the U.S.
Majority, watch, you'll see, it's going to be interesting. Majority of them are in the South and are red, which is, and it's not like they became poor a year ago. They've been poor for decades.
Say the states considered the poorest in the U.S. in early 2025, based on the available data and forecasts, include Mississippi, Louisiana, West Virginia, and Kentucky, with New Mexico and Arkansas also frequently listed among the states with the highest poverty rates and low median household incomes. These rankings are typically determined. Go ahead.
I think New Mexico might be blue, but the rest of those are red states.
So what do you think is going on in their mind when he talks about doing away with the governmental assistance, but they still vote for him?
I think it's no different than when people say like black people vote a certain way. I think sometimes we don't consider certain things. You got to echo. We don't consider we look at. I don't think we look at the whole picture. Like some people will vote. Like okay, I'm gonna be transparent. My mom votes red because she's against homosexuality. One thing is willing to end it all for her to vote a certain way, and I'm just like, one thing, like where's the rest of everything that falls with? There's a whole picture. Like one thing that you're willing to vote a certain way instead of looking at line up everything this person is saying. Like one of the things like I can rock with that. I can rock with that. Nope. I can rock with that. I can rock with that. Nope. No, one thing for a lot of people is all it takes.
Yeah. Did the echo go away?
Yeah, it went away.
Okay, because I just muted myself. But yeah, they call them one issue voters.
Mm-hmm.
To your point, like that's one of the reasons why back during the election, Kamala Harris was getting a lot of traction, in particular because she knows that a lot of women are one issue voters. So you mentioned my body, my choice to a lot of women. They don't even hear anything else that she says. Yeah. No, disagree.
No, if you look at the numbers, majority of women voted red.
Are we? So
Which
I
is
was talking
crazy.
about, really?
Go ahead. Yeah.
How do you look at that?
Yeah, there's a way to look up demographics. I don't
voting
as a woman. I guess if I was a woman, I wouldn't want to be told what to do at the end of the day. But I don't know. I just look at it as there's got to be middle ground when it comes to that. Like that's not my call.
What you?
That's not my call.
Let's see, because I don't.
So I recently had this discussion with this guy because he was bringing up how
Ooh, I like
current
this one.
administration is floating the idea of paying people to have like kids. And the guy who was talking about it was like not understanding where this all comes from, and he's thinking that this, he cares about everybody, which he the administration does not. If you look at Hitler and them did this, they did the same thing. They were paying people because the numbers were low. They wanted to pay people to have children. And okay, if we had kids and the government paid us as well, he's feeling like the government isn't racist. They're a good government. We can get caught up into something that's not meant for us. Sort of like if you look at welfare and the free lunch program, it was not for us. It was because there was a ton of poor whites. The country wanted to help out, and then because when it comes to like politics, they're for the majority, and sometimes minorities get wrapped up into that. Sometimes I'm not saying welfare is a good thing, but sometimes it's not a bad thing when you have, a poor woman who don't have money in her pocket to put food on the table for her child.
Yeah, I think my major issue with that is a lot of people are generational governmental assistance users, and as long as you give them a fish, they'll never learn how to fish.
But here's what I'll say: we always say certain things like that, but I feel as though it's not really a bad program. It needs to be tweaked. Like I told a guy, so if you were in charge, what would you change with it? Like for me, one of the things I said is, sometimes we're victims of our environment. And if you stay in the same area you grew up in, nothing's going to change for you. And then more than likely, nothing will change for your kid, depending upon the person. Like being in the military, when you transfer, right? Okay, so I was in California and I got transferred to Jacksonville, Florida. They allowed me to take an advance, a pay advance, which I paid back over, what was it, a year or two I could choose? I was like, so why can't somebody from welfare do that? Take a pay advance to where they get moved to a certain city within a certain limit. Because like sometimes if they just get out of where they're at, they could change, they can stop that generational situation where they're in welfare. The child, grows up is in welfare. Just by sometimes moving away from where you were at, changing your zip code, your area code could change so much for a person.
No, I think it's possible for sure. I think that's possible. No questions asked about that. But I think in most cases, wherever it's like that's like when you hear a lot of people say new hair, new me, or new car, new me, new job, new me. There's a really good chance that it's not, the situation isn't going to change. No, you aren't going to change. Your situation does. Like no matter, like for instance, when people there was a mass exodus from Atlanta and people were going to Texas, and then next thing you know, influx of homosexuality in Texas. You get all the people in Texas, police officers who
here's what I would say. In Texas, I'm not going to say I know everything, but I'm pretty sure there was homosexuality going on in Texas. But when you go to Atlanta, it's just everywhere in your face. In Texas, I'm pretty sure it's a big state, much bigger than Atlanta. It was going on there. I think they just kept things more so under wrap, where
And that's
it
what I
wasn't
mean.
in your face. Yeah, in Atlanta, those people down there, like in DC, in your face. This is who I am. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it. I don't think the numbers changed of the homosexuality in Texas. I just think those Atlanta people took what they were doing in Atlanta, like I said, out in the
Yeah,
open, took it to Texas.
and that's what I mean with the program that you mentioned. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it comes. If I voted for if I voted Democratic in Illinois and then I moved to Texas, there's a really good chance that I'm still going to vote Democratic.
I guess you would. Well, it depends. It depends because if you think a lot of times, um, depends like where you're at. Say if you move to you're in the city in Chicago where you're predominantly around people that look like you and who vote like you. But if you move to another state or another area of town where people are different, different looking from you and have different views, there's a possibility that could change.
There's a lot of work and effort that would go into something like that. A lot of funding, specifically a lot of funding off the hope and the possibility that somebody might change.
Well,
That's a
from what
tough
I've
bullet
seen
to bite.
in dealing with people in the military, I see a lot of guys like, yeah, I think it's just me from what I've seen. Some people want to play a certain game in life and they do change. I mean, because the military is cool, but at the same time, there's a game within a game, if you know what I mean. So if you play the
No, what I
game,
mean,
yeah,
what do you mean?
it's not about, at the end of the day, it's not always what you know, it's who you know and who you're connected with. So
Mm.
sometimes guys and girls rock a certain way or play a certain way or, do things a certain way, hang out with certain people to advance their careers. It's even not even just the military, just life in general, in civilian life. People do things just so they progress in life.
Um. All right. All right. So I got one more subject for us before we. Actually, you know what? Before that, I wanted to show you this. I like this website. I just happened to come across it.
What, Pornhub?
It's called CAWP, Center for American Women in Politics. It seems like it's pretty reliable. All right, so this is what gender differences in presidential vote choice, all voters. So support for Democratic nominee. The blue line is women, and the gray line are men. And it has the list of the years and the presidents that were the presidential nominee. So you said this previous election. Which one were you mentioned that was overwhelmingly red for women?
I think this one was, as far as, let's see.
I mean, it's higher. 45. I don't know what exact percent voter support. That's what it is. Percent voter support. So 45% women voted for Trump, and then the only one higher than that was Bush in 04. It's interesting. I like that website. All right, I got one more thing that I wanted to talk about. I think we can spend the last few minutes talking about it. Whew. There is a pastor that is under fire, facing serious charges.
Oh, I've seen this.
Essentially, for what's being, how do I say, called That's what's been labeled as slavery. Let's check it out, y'all. Give me a quick second. Here it is. All right.
Punishments of no food or sleep. That is what's in the indictment of two religious leaders with ties to Tampa Bay and what led FBI raids across several states today. Investigators are calling it a multi-million-dollar conspiracy led by David Taylor. He was arrested in North Carolina while Michelle Brannon was arrested at a home in the affluent Avila neighborhood of Tampa. Fox 13's Genevieve Curtis joins us in the newsroom after spending hours combing through the indictment outlining the scheme. Genevieve, what did you find?
Yeah, well, Haley, in the 23-page indictment, it is pretty clear that David Taylor, who calls himself an apostle, and his right hand, Michelle Brannon, are accused of running a modern-day slavery ring across 4 states for 10 years, forcing people to work without pay with severe consequences if they didn't, all while funding an extravagant lifestyle.
It's very surprising to hear that type of thing was going on again right in your backyard. Who would have known?
Early this morning, neighbors in Tampa's affluent Avila community watched stunned as FBI agents descended on this massive mansion. It's
My fault. I forgot I muted myself that fast because I didn't want to echo. Look at that, man. Did you see the house?
Yeah, that was ridiculous, man.
Look at that, bro. Look at that, man.
It's one of the homes where authorities say David Taylor and Michelle Brannon ran their multi-state operation of forced labor and money laundering.
Does this dude look? Does he look? Does he look like? I don't want to say a scam. Like he got something up, right? No, does he don't look suspicious to you? Like he a scammer?
I mean, he looks like a nice guy right there.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's
Is
just
that
me
your
then.
brother? That's your light-skinned brother right there.
No, he ain't light enough.
Scheme under the guise of the Kingdom of God Global Church.
Some of you say, I don't have 100,000, but you have 20,000. You have 50,000 here, or you have 10,000.
The FBI raided the church's headquarters in Michigan and a church-owned building in Houston where 17 people were removed, some in handcuffs. A man who works next door says he noticed unusual activity, like people who appear trapped.
I think it's definitely some cult life activities because they said that there was like groups of families in there and not just.
Question. I know I keep pausing, but you got to do that to help not get copywritten. Have you? I'm sure you've been to church.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had that pastor that tries to play the mind games with the offering?
Yeah, I've been some places where, yeah, they do stuff like that. Or what?
Well, like
I've
what
heard.
did you see?
I've even heard of places like there was a church right down the street from me where they said they had like $1,000 line, a $500 line, $100 line. Yeah. People that play like that, I believe, don't believe in God, but they believe in they believe in the dollar. Which
I thought you were gonna say the devil.
No, I just don't believe. They don't believe nothing they're preaching about. They believe in money at the end of the day. And that's their God.
I've seen, bro. I've seen it multiple times in church when similar to what you've seen, because I've seen that too. They have different aisles, 3 aisles. Well, I've always been in smaller churches for the most part. They have the left aisle, the middle aisle, and the right aisle. With it being a smaller churches, what the pastor is saying is going to be in smaller increments. It's not going to be $1,000. It's not going to be $500. Or what this pastor was talking. Some of you got 20,000. Well, I don't have context to that video, so Let me not mention it. But they'll have the people that have $100 over here. They will have $50 over here, and then 20 and under over here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the longest line would be the 20 and under. And I've even had it to where they would say, if you got $100, hold it up. Hold it up. All right. Go on. I should collect that. Go on, get that. All right, $50. Hold it up. Hold it up. God is going to bless you. God is going to bless you. He's going to multiply it, press down, shaking together, run it over, and give it back to the people. He's going to bless you, right? Heard that. So that, and I actually, I said this story earlier this year. There was a particular church that I went to, and I was visiting. This wasn't my home church. The pastor said, you might remember me telling this story. The pastor said, I'm going to give you 3 options for the offering today. This is the month of December, so you can give $12. Today is, I believe it was like a Christmas service or something like that. It's the 25th of December, so you can give $25. Or it's the 52nd week of the year. You can get $52. What?
He ran the numbers already before he got up to preach. That's what it was.
Are we gambling here?
No, he wanted to. If he can get so many people give this number, somebody like he was looking for a certain number to where. Yeah.
You know that was premeditated, right?
Yeah.
He already knew what he was going to say when he got up there.
Yeah.
And that's why I agree with a lot of people when they say a lot of pastors are cult leaders. And I see it myself when it was this girl back younger. The church that I was at had 2 services on Sundays. Morning service and a night service. Why churches do that? I don't know. Maybe some people couldn't make it to the morning, so they'll make it at night, or maybe it's the idea of trying to keep people in the church as much as possible, because if you're in the church, that means you're closer to God or staying in the reverence of God, whatever. I don't know what it is. But we were in between the services, because this was when everybody actually did, at least a good portion of the people actually did go to both services. We were all chilling at somebody's house. We were all chilling at somebody's house. And one girl said, I gotta go get ready for church. I gotta go change my clothes and get ready for church. I'm like, what's wrong with what you have on? And she said, I would not disrespect my church by walking in there with pants on. And it wasn't like revealing pants. It wasn't like what the teacher that we were talking about in the previous conversation was wearing. It was just some loose fitting pants, what I would deem as church appropriate. What I think anybody would deem as church appropriate. Maybe she would have to. I don't remember what kind of shirt she had on, but that sounds cult-like to me. It was Apostolic Church, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say like the pants portion, because I heard of that. That's more of an old school like mindset. But like I did watch a lot of stuff regarding this pastor, and one thing cult leaders do, in which he did, they make the parishioners cut off ties with their family members. So a lot of those people he had there, he would have them cut ties with their families. And that's what a lot of like real cult leaders do. Sort of like Scientology and stuff. You have no, they cut sever ties. You have no dealings with your family at all. And that's one thing he was doing. And a lot of those people, from what I saw, those people that were in the house that were arrested, they didn't have a place to stay. So he was kind of using these people. They didn't have a place to stay. So he was using that over their head. And they needed, in those call centers, the people needed to make so much money, with all these calls.
Yep.
Or they would get.
I think they're gonna talk about it in the video.
They couldn't sleep. They couldn't. He would take stuff away from them. He would yell at them. Yeah, it was crazy the way he is.
Yeah.
Just like individuals.
Federal authorities say victims were trapped. They say Taylor and Brannon used unpaid workers at their 9 call centers, setting unrealistic quotas for donations. And when they failed, workers were subjected to humiliation, sleep deprivation, forced repentance, food restrictions, and physical assaults. The indictment includes text messages from Taylor referring to the Tampa group of workers not being allowed to sleep or eat until quotas were met. It also says the church claimed donations would go to build water wells in poor communities or support victims of human trafficking. Donors could not have known those forced to make those calls were themselves victims.
We really had every aspect of human trafficking. You had individuals who were, brought to a facility that they couldn't leave. They weren't being paid. They had production goals that they had to meet.
Instead, authorities say the money funded Taylor's extravagant lifestyle, including multiple mansions with pools and even a basketball court. They say the church received about $50 million.
She said pools. Didn't she say pools?
Yes, but this is the kicker was a basketball court. If you look at this guy, you can tell he's not getting close to no basketball court.
Right. Just
what do you need a basketball court, man? He's like over 300 pounds. Like, come on, what you need a basketball court for? You ain't getting on it. But yeah, that house, that was huge. What does one person need that for?
I wonder where the call center was.
It sounded like there was one in Detroit, Texas. They had a couple of them. It sounded like the one was out of the house.
Out of that that's what I imagine. Because with that size of your house is a call center.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't need.
And another thing, they didn't go into detail with it. They said he was forcing some of the women to take like birth control. What would they, if they're there to do the Lord's work, why didn't they need birth control?
You can't ask logical questions, man.
He was sleeping with him.
You're right.
I know that. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, all that makes no sense. Like, if you there just do the Lord's work, you need to worry about none of that other stuff. But
exactly, man. And it's just, and why would you need to know whether they are or are not on birth control? What does that have to do with the call center call-in charity work? Like, it's that, what reminds me, this reminds me of I watched the first few episodes of it, and then I realized, like, I just cannot tolerate what was the name of that show? Hold on, let me figure it out real quick. I can't think of the name of it. Let's see. Hold on a second. Ruthless. Tyler Perry. Ruthless.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Bro.
I don't watch nothing of his, really.
Bro, Tyler, that show, it's about a cult. And I'm not gonna say if you watch it, because you said you ain't gonna watch nothing of his, but what I'm hearing in this video is exactly what was similar on a smaller scale, because it was a small cult. It was like, well, maybe what can I compare it to? Just like a small community, a very small community. The total amount of people there was probably like less than 100. The small community. And they called the main dude, which turned out to be gay. Surprise, Tyler Perry. Which the main leader who turned out to be gay, they called him the highest. They didn't even say his name as a human, like his human name. They called him the highest. And like it was a culture for them to rape women and drug them and try to get them to be a part of the cult. And one of the girls got raped and she was married, but like for whatever reason, after they did that to her, she was her something happened in her brain to where she wanted to be in the cult. And like it was a mess because like it's Tyler Perry. But yeah, this dude is definitely a cult, and he was definitely sleeping with him because I don't know if he has a family or not, but even if you have your own family, what a family of, let's just say 6, husband, wife, 4 kids, that's still, this mansion is still too big for that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Since you brought up cults, so you know the Blacks for Trump.
I've heard of it. I don't know a whole lot about it.
You know, they've been like, well, if you've seen like some of his when he's talking, like there'll be a like person behind him says like Blacks for Trump.
Okay.
So back in the 80s, there was this cult called Yahweh Ben Yahweh. One of the guy who has like, I don't know if he's one of the guys who has the slick hair. He was a part of that cult from back in the 80s. So, like I said, if you look up Yahweh Ben Yahweh, they were out of like Florida. Like that's one of my, I watched a lot of like different like cults. So, and like on the cult thing that I watched, he was actually on it. Like at the end, they interviewed that black guy that's always in the back of Trump with the Blacks for Trump sign. He got the slick hair. He was a part of that cult. So
you watched him talk about it.
Yeah, they do like a little portion with him at like the end. And he was on, I think it was Fox or CNN. He was on there and he talked about how he grew up in that cult. And he talks about being in that cult. And it's Yahweh, YAHWH, Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
Bro, this phone is listening. I mean, this laptop is listening to us for real, bro. I just typed in YA.
And that came up.
It up. Yeah.
And then there's another cult. You've heard of hot yoga before, right?
Yeah.
So this one is on Netflix. I believe it's pronounced Bikram, Bikram. That's another cult. And he come to find out he was like raping the men and women. Like this, yeah, that's him. That's Yahweh Ben Yahweh. And that guy, the Blacks for Trump guy, is a part of that. Check that out if you have a chance to watch it, man. And you know what's crazy? They started like their own little community and they were using welfare. That's what got them in trouble. But yeah, that's a good one.
How did you watch it?
I watched it straight up on demand. Like I typed in on demand when I just typed cults, and all these different programs came up, and I just watched them all.
Let's see. Okay.
Just type in on Blacks for Trump and Yahweh Ben Yahweh. That black guy, his face will probably come up.
Blacks for Trump. Desiree, you said cults are interesting. Are you? Would you say that cults are interesting to you, Be Humble?
Yeah, because I just think it's how someone can just get lost. But I notice a lot of these people from watching these, they're always looking for something. It's like they have this longing to be a part of something. They're looking for something, and like these guys are people were there at the same time, at the right time. But yeah, it's crazy.
All right, I'm gonna finish this.
Like Jehovah's Witness considered a cult at one point. Scientology. Yeah, a lot of these things are cults. It's crazy.
She said, "Yes, I've been researching Nature Boy for like 2 weeks now." Yeah, this is crazy. Desiree, did you ever watch Ruthless? Because the thing about that, and just like pretty much all of Tyler Perry's work, bro, it could be just like what we were saying earlier with the Toy Story thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you just make the movie, bro, if you have your own block or whatever it is in Atlanta for your own studio, you can do whatever you want, which is clearly that's what you're doing. But if you really wanted to make a cohesive story, make a cohesive movie, you can do that. Look at it. Look at Desiree.
I mean, because Tyler Perry, he's more in tune with, you know, the women than he is guys because of who he is.
Yeah,
But
I'm not surprised about that.
yeah. So when we hear that stuff about that lawsuit, that wasn't surprising to a lot of people.
No, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It's almost like a rite of passage, to be honest. Like to get to that level, and I hate to put that on everybody,
No,
but
he admitted that things happened to him as a kid.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like to get to his level and the level of these, like when you got a 9-digit, high 9-digit plus income or air quotes net worth, it got to be something. It got to be something. And I hate to say that. I want to live on the side of optimism and say there's at least one person out there that has reached that level and doesn't have some sort of unfavorable situation behind them. But it seems like everybody that we know that is of that level has some type of crazy past, or it comes out with some sort of crazy situation that they had with somebody. It seems like, but we'll finish this video and call it.
In donations since 2014, all while the pair controls nearly every aspect of the workers' lives, cutting them off from their family and forcing them to take contraceptives.
In paragraph 11, a very cryptic reference to women being required to use emergency contraceptives.
Why emergency?
Indication to me that this indictment may not be complete.
Bro,
why emergency? Why the plan B the next day? Because you're supposed to take that within a couple, within a day or so. So obviously something recently happened.
Right. Like, why would you have to, to your point, why would they have to take it if ain't nothing happening? Let's see, Desiree said, "Coast fascinating. One man like Jim Jones can convince thousands of people to do anything crazy. Could convince thousands of people to do anything crazy world we live in. And that's how I view, that's how I view music. That's how I view, let's just say, Sexy Red in particular. Use one to distract thousands, even millions. But
I don't know about that. Because so there's a rapper that I still listen to him, but not as much. So there's this rapper, Brother Lynch Hung. So back in the 90s, he did a song, and the guy went out and did a triple homicide, and that's what he said. He said this song led him to do that. I mean, I've listened to that song plenty of times. I never felt the need to go out, and do anything to anybody from listening to the song. So like, I think music sometimes it may, but sometimes we use it as a scapegoat. We want to. It's easier for us to, use this. Oh, this is why I'm violent, or this is a reason. That's just my personal opinion. Like I said, I listened to that same song as that same guy did. I haven't gone out did a triple
done nothing crazy.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Unfortunately, not everybody has that, I guess, mental capacity to not just leave it at music, to not just leave it at movies, to not just leave it at media. Because I listen to specific rappers,
mm-hmm.
and I'm one of the people that I pay attention to lyrics. So, and I listen, like you listen to Brother Lynch. I listen to Tech Nine a lot.
Yeah,
used to, not as much anymore. But Tech Nine was on some stuff.
Yeah.
But I never felt the need to do anything that he's talking about in the music. Part one, and then part two. If I felt like it would, if I started to feel like it was affecting my spirit, then I just don't listen to it.
Yeah.
I don't. That's the one thing that's crazy to me, because he has one called on it. Tech Nine has a one on his best album to me, Killer. It was Paint. The song is called Paint a Dark Picture, and then right after that is Hope for a Higher Power.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, it's 20 songs, and he sectioned he sectioned the song the album off at four groups of five songs, and each of those songs, each group has its own theme. I just butchered that explanation, but you get my point.
Yeah.
It's every 5 songs has its own thing.
So since we talking about, since Brother Lynch is on Strange Music, but so when I was deployed, this was kind of a dick move. When my roommate that I was rooming with, we had just got to Iraq, right? White guy. And like the first couple of days, he was talking about how his dad was being sick. His dad was sick, and he's thinking he's gonna die, and that's all he kept talking about every day, man. Like, and it was starting to bring me down, man. I'm like, wanted him to shut up about this. So,
right.
Brother Lynch has a song called "Try to Commit Suicide." So basically, he goes in the song. He basically goes down the list of all this crazy stuff that are happening. So one night, I just put it on repeat for the guy and turned it up. Like while he was trying to talk to me about it, I just turned it up, and then eventually he stormed out like, because I didn't want to hear it, man. Like we in a war zone. You know, I'm not trying to be homesick or depressed listening to this guy.
Yeah.
What he going through?
You know what I'm saying? So
he was moving out after that.
I mean, I feel you though. All right. I want to be distracted from what it is.
Yeah, I didn't want to be distracted or hearing that like on a daily.
Yeah, I'm listening to this because I don't want to think about what I want at this point. What I want is to go home. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to think about wanting to go home. that'll cause you to get depressed.
Yeah.
But, all right, give me a second. We'll finish. Wrong button. Finish this out.
Complete.
The FBI also alleges victims were forced to apply for federal assistance and food stamps by claiming to be homeless and then turn that money over to Taylor and Brannon.
I hope it's not true, but if it is,
alleges victims.
That's exactly what Yahweh Ben Yahweh they did too as well. Like they took over like a whole apartment building, and he had basically like he was doing the same thing. He basically took this guy. You should watch that. He basically took this guy. That's what he did, and they had the women apply for public assistance. That were there. He's running the same play. Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, you can go ahead, but you should check that out. That documentary.
So, what are these things that in the picture here?
Yeah, I don't know I don't know what's in them. It look like they might have stuff in there.
That's interesting. All right.
Victims were forced to apply for federal assistance and food stamps by claiming to be homeless and then turn that money over to Taylor and Brannon.
I hope it's not true, but if it is, he deserves everything he's going to get.
Now, from what we have learned today from federal authorities, it is still unclear how many victims there could be in this case and how many people may have been found in the home in Avila. Any victims of human trafficking would have been taken to St. Joseph's, where a federal command center was set up today. Brannon is set to be back in court in Tampa tomorrow. Reporting live in the newsroom, Genevieve Curtis, Fox 13 News.
All right, Genevieve, thank you. According to the federal grand jury indictment, the money raised by the victims was used to support Taylor's extravagant lifestyle and to enrich Brannon. The indictment lists a number of items purchased, including a Mercedes-Benz worth more than $63,000 in.
Come on, man.
That's not bad. But the boat, ATVs, or do they mean the 5 ATVs were $31,000 a piece, or all together? Because that's not really a lot.
No, ATVs, I think that sounds like it's together.
Oh,
ATVs aren't really expensive.
That's not.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, to me that's not bad. But the Benz, That's not 63,000. That's not a lot, but the boat, that's what like stands out. Like, what'd you need that for?
Yeah. ATVs, I'm looking at it's like 839, 1579, 1699. So totaling having 5 of them, it sounds like it's a total of to make 31,000.
They haven't said yet like if he had a family. So I'm
I don't
pretty sure
think
him and that white woman that he was supposedly like she's like the head. He probably was messing with her too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Yes.
In 2018, $70,000 for a down payment.
Oh, you talking about the white woman that was like, I hope it's not true.
No, remember they said there was another person arrested, and she was like the they showed her a couple times. She was in a black dress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On a Bentley Continental the same year, more than $105,000 for a Crown Line boat in 2019, more than $31,000 for 5 ATVs, and nearly $50,000 for 4 jet skis and 2 trailers in 2021. The indictment also lists more than $123,000 for Bulletproof Automotive between May of last year and February of this year. You can find more information about the nationwide raids online.
Bro, Bulletproof Automotive is hilarious.
What is he doing? They need the bulletproof vehicle, man. That's crazy, man. Have you ever ridden in like a bulletproof vehicle? The doors are about like, yeah, the doors are so heavy. It's crazy, man.
I imagine they can't drive very fast.
Nah. Well, they can. Some of them can. But when I was in Iraq, we had a bunch of Suburbans. We call them up armored. So yeah, that I don't see the point, man. Like you're just a pastor.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Like 5 ATVs totaling $31,000 a boat. Hold on, let me go back to that. What's the total? I'm gonna put it on the screen.
Man, that's
so just for the first 2 alone, you're looking at shoot. I'm gonna add all those up. 63,000 plus 70,000, 105.
Right there looks about we're about under 3. A little under 3.
319. $319,000, bro. $319,000.
And they only talked about the place what in Texas. How much like the did they say how much his other places were? Because they said Detroit, Florida, and Texas.
I don't recall.
But yeah, that man's going down, man. Like,
yeah, he's going down.
I saw something. They showed him like he was being questioned, and he said he spent like 30,000 just in clothes 1 year. Just in clothes.
30,000 in clothes, bro. I mean, I guess if you got it and you actually worked for it, then do what you want. But if you're doing it and you're stealing, and you're a cult leader, and you're starving people, and you're forcing them to eat Plan Bs like Skittles, yeah, you got. You might have to. You're a goat. You go to jail. Your soul go to jail. That soul after that go to jail, and the soul after that go to jail.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You watch that. If you watch that story on, he's running the same play. I don't know if he watched the same. Remember how I said earlier that guy listens to the same music? Maybe he watched the same show I watched and was like, let me play this out. But he's running the same play. I wonder how much did he get from like welfare from those people? Like how much money did they generate from the government during that time? They ain't say it, but I just wonder how much, and he definitely should have to pay that back.
Yeah, it's gonna come out. I mean, he'll be making license plates for the rest of his life. So
he's gonna try to. They said he gave them the title of armor bearers, I think what he's going to try to say, these people were there like voluntary. He's going to try to say these people were there voluntary. They volunteered for this position, but
that's another thing, bro. It's like, and I'll say this last thing, we can close it out. When I, even as a child, when I heard the word armor bearers, I was like, what? What? Armor bearers? What? That just does not make sense. Now, and I also think this is my true last thing. The same church that I was talking about that had the same the 2 services on Sundays. I know that maybe this is just how they do things. I don't know. Maybe it's cult and people don't realize it, but the pastor never really drove himself around.
Mm-hmm.
Like the deacons in the church and the ushers and people, certain people, designated people in the church, whenever he had to go somewhere, they had to make a schedule, like schedule their whatever they're doing around the fact that he needs to get around. You telling me this ain't a cult? Go ahead, be humble. Final thoughts.
So when it comes to this story, I just feel as though this guy, he did not believe in what he was preaching, but it's obviously he believed in money, and he wanted all the money to come to him, and he's gonna have to face it at the end of the day for all the things he did, and all these people he hurt. So we'll see what comes of it, man. But man.
All right, man. For the mesh, what I got today, in light of this conversation, watch out for these cult leaders. And there is not these people don't come out and right out say I'm a cult leader. Appreciate you, Desiree. These people don't come out right out and say I'm a cult leader. Mm-hmm. They gradually inch you further and further into it. And you would know better than me. Be humble. They gradually make you more and more comfortable with being there until they think they got you and you can't get out of it. So be careful, man. Be careful. And a lot of these cult leaders, they go by the title of pastor and bishop. Big shouts out to Will Hill, great homie over there. I gotta see when his next show is so I can try to make it. Shouts out to Maul and Jay Everyday. They could Maul was here, had to busy man, and Jay Everyday couldn't be here. He making moves. This has been another edition of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast, where your crown build your legacy, kings. I have been your man Spaces.
Be humble. Check me out.
All right, y'all. Later.
All right.